How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews back with a re-review. I haven't done one of these in a while. This is a killer beer, or at least last time I had it was pretty good. And that is Stone's Xocoveza. This is their version of a Mexican hot chocolate, but in stout form. It is a stout brewed with coffee, chocolate, peppers. They're pasilla peppers. I don't remember them being pasilla peppers. They still could be. Vanilla, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Comes courtesy of Stone. Thank you very much. And I'm not going to read the Stone thesis on the back that I typically put on their beers, but I've had this before. You see a bottle right there. That's how much I dig that beer. One of the bottles are up there. That was the first time I ever had Xocoveza. And yeah, kind of hoping this one lands much the same. Canning date on this one is 8/9, 2019. So she's just under 2 months old. Totally fine with that. And yeah, this might be the first time I'm actually having this in the can, too. I think all the ones I've had previous to this. Oh, here, fun fact, pro tip. If you kind of turn the can up and down real fast and shake it and shit, the beer wants to come out. That's a little pro tip for you guys, so don't do that if you want your beers to not jump out of the can that way. Let's get a little bit of paper towel going here. Clean table is a I don't know, a beery table. Label-wise, it is exactly what the bottle used to be. Look at that pour. Professional pour there, too. Yeah, it's what the bottle used to be, but it's in can form. Whatever. I kind of like the fact that it's in the 12-ounce format as opposed to a bomber. Not that I wouldn't drink a whole bomber of this, because it's 8.1. Sure, a little high ABV, but nothing too crazy. But I'm okay with it. Anyway, back to the beer. My fantastic pour shows you almost 3 fingers of malted malt ball colored head. Looks like a cream Cool Whippy kind of chocolate thing going on. And what is beneath that is a rich kind of slightly mahogany kind of stout. So not going to be able to get much of a nose on there, but we'll try. Oh yeah, okay, cinnamon's coming through, nutmeg's coming through, the chocolate's coming through. I'm not getting much of that pepper in there, but man, it is really expressive when it comes to all those kind of adjunct components in there. I'm getting, it smells more like coconut to me. So you're talking about chocolate, coffee, vanilla. Okay, the vanilla is coming through, and it must be melding with something to give me coconut vibes. Don't know what that is. Maybe it's the chocolate and the vanilla kind of working together. But man, it smells really nice. But yeah, I mean, rich. The coffee's not coming through huge. The peppers are kind of eking up there, but nothing too crazy. But she smells like a really nice, delectable, big, huge, way bigger than what the actual ABV leads you to believe. Kind of pastry stout, man. Just going to dive in. Cheers. That's such a good beer. Man, I've always enjoyed this one. I remember it being a little bit, and this is probably going to be my biggest knock. I'll start with it, and I'll probably finish with it. Mouthfeel. I remember having a much nicer, much fuller mouthfeel. It just comes off a bit thin, if you will. I mean, it's not thin, but thinner than what I remember it being. Other than that, all the components are there. Coffee comes in dead last. There's a roastiness, there's a toastiness. I don't know if that's the roasted malt or the coffee at play there. But anyway, the vanilla, chocolate, cinnamon, nutmeg, and oh yeah, everything's coming in at a nice level. That pepper might be the leader in the clubhouse as far as impact for me. It doesn't come off overtly hot. It's more of a green kind of peppery, like a bell pepper kind of greenness to it. Now that could be your coffee actually accenting that. A lot of times coffee can come off a little bit green bell pepper for me. So if you're talking that combination of the actual peppers themselves in combination with the coffee, then the coffee is showing its cards, I guess you will. Man, that cinnamon comes off just like cinnamon for me. Rarely does cinnamon do that for me. It comes off a little bit more kind of like Coca-Cola vibes. I'm getting in there, and the nutmeg's impactful. Don't get that a ton in beers. And when I do get it, I immediately usually snap into like a winter warmer kind of mindset. I'm not really getting that here. And just the way the vanilla plays with the chocolate, it's just really the coffee. My coffee is just kind of last place for me. I'm not going to poop on it too much for that because I think it's still really pleasant and impactful. But yeah, I mean, you're talking about 8.1% adjunct laden, kind of chocolatey, kind of stout, Mexican chocolate stout. I think it does what it wants to do, and it does it quite nice. Now, let's step back. Is this one of the better years that I've had of these? Obviously, you know, our palates change, everything changes, so that, take that for what it's worth. I think the OG is it OG in third year, or second or third year, I think were my favorites of this. I remember there being a nice kind of, a little bit more cohesiveness, a little bit more of kind of like, not that it was like all one flavor, but everything kind of accented each other. Everything in here has impact. Everything in here tastes nice, but it's all individual flavors. It's not melded together. Is it a freshness thing? Sure. The other ones I might have gotten might have been a little bit older. I don't think by all that much. But in a perfect world, this might be a beer I might want to sit on for a bit. Maybe give it a month or two to let those kind of flavors meld together a little bit, become a little bit more cohesive instead of being kind of singular flavors. That's probably my biggest knock, if not that mouthfeel. I'm kind of warming up to the mouthfeel now. It doesn't have a super density to it, but it's not nearly as criminally thin as I thought it was from the first sip. It's probably because I got a lot of foam in that one. But yeah, I like it. I think it's fun. Listen, the bottle's up there. Obviously, the bottle's up there. It's a beer I dig, and it reminds me of the beer that I really enjoyed, so it's winning in that aspect. And honestly, take it for what it's worth. Stone, some people love them, some people hate them, some people fall somewhere in between. I'm probably more that person than anything else. They are probably more hit or more miss than hit for me. But this one's universally, year in, year out, is one that I really enjoy. And, you're talking about this beer in a 6-pack format, I believe it comes in, at a relatively decent price point of probably $12. I don't think that sucks at all. Is it one of the better adjunct stouts I've had of late? It's in the conversation. It's not Mount Rushmore status, but it's in there. Value availability, like I said, you can get it. It's Stone, and the price point is usually awesome. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like chili beers, if you like your Mexican chocolate style beers, if you like stouts, if you like adjunct stouts, pastry stouts, you want something at a relatively decent ABV and made really well at a really, really decent price point. There you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. Want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little Stone in your life right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.